Welcome back, everybody. It's Rama from Junk Journal Divas. Welcome back, my friends. I am still working on my Spooky Divas makes. So I have done number 1, Haunted House Splatter in Yellow. I've done number 2, Spiderwebs Stencil and Metallic. I have done number 4, Witch's Brew Strings in Green. Number 5, Bottled Potions Stitches in Purple. And number 6, Ghosts and Goblins Scrape and Cardboard. So what I want to do is make a journal to incorporate the other 5. So I've got number 3, and then 7, 8, 9, 10. And you guys, all the information for this event, it's happening in 3 different groups. So in Junk Journal Divas, for example, if you make something and you post it in Junk Journal Divas, I will give you an entry into the huge giveaway. We've got distress crayons from YANETTE. If you guys watch my channel, you know I'm always talking about YANETTE. A sorry package from my shop, Clemens Crafts, which is Junk Journal Junction. She is giving 2 vintage paper packs, which are beautiful papers. And then also we've got Scrappy 8 Junk Journaling, and that is Sonia and Brenda, and they have stencils and stamps. So you guys, this is a huge package for one lucky winner. So again, if you have any questions, check out the video and information that I have in my video description. Here's what I want to work on. I am doing this, I can't even show you because it's a mess and I have papers all over the place, but I'm working on another journal from Citrus Journal Studio. So this is, she calls her chunky journals. So it's basically a cover that has flips and flops on it, and then 2 folios that go in the middle. So that's what I'm going to be working on, and I want to incorporate the rest of my prompts into that. So I want to show you what I was doing. So you can see the dots here. I wanted to color some of this tape, which is white. So I just put it over top of some of my papers. That's why they're all drying. So I can kind of use these as collage papers, and I think these are dry enough to take off. When I was doing these, I thought I need to get more colors of my lunar pastes. I love these, also from YANETTE. So I took these guys and colored some more. The white splatters is the, I mean, you can use anything, paint or, you know, whatever you have. I used some white spray. So I've got the orange. I have the green. This is the neon. And then I also put the Astra paste. Now, the Astra paste is the glitter. So you can see the glitter here. And then I used this one, and maybe because it's on, this is white underneath, it was showing up, it looked a little more pink than what I wanted. So I added some of this on top of it, and I like the color a lot better. So I am also letting these dry a little bit more. I'm going to put these aside for now because I don't need these. Okay, my friends, I wanted to show you, this is the journal, and you guys, this does not even have the pockets or any of the ephemera in it. I thought, let me stop here. I want to show you so that if you're working with one of these kits, you can kind of look and, you know, see how to put the pages. And again, I can't even stress, I think this whole kit is like $5, under $5, tons of papers to work with. So they come with the main journal and then 2 folios. Okay, so I will show you here. You've got the 2 folios. Now what I do is I put it all together to create my book, and that's what I'm going to do, but I wanted to show you this first. So I'm going to show you this part first so you can see. Now, if you can see right here, I needed a little more space. So instead of just the front and the back cover, I kind of pushed this paper over a little bit and created a bit of a spine. You can see that. This is a great little project to do. And this is the way, you know, as is. So, I mean, it's nice and sturdy. So on this side, we've got this page that opens up. And then we have a little flip pocket here and this that flips down. Okay, so we've got 2 flips at this side. And then on this side, we've got this page. This opens up. And then here, I made another one of my little closure things. This is something different. I turned this into an envelope. See, this just gets bigger. But this part here, I turned into a little envelope here so that it has a closure. So just this page and this page pretty much. And the other thing is, unless you've got, you know, really thick cardstock that you're using, I print everything on cardstock and then I back it all. So I print everything and then I print a bunch of the background pages and I back everything. And if you can see, this is like super, super sturdy. So I do that just for, you know, the strength. Okay, and then we've got the 2 folios. Now I want to say this is folio 1. I don't know, but you'll know this folio. I also put the page tabs here. Okay, so here, well, I put this in the pocket just so, because it's hard to see that it's a pocket. But, so I did another one of my closure guys. And this opens. And I left this as like a little journal spot. So that this purple paper, isn't it great? I got this from Bandy Beatty, one of my Junk Journal Diva sisters. And I got it a couple of years ago, but I break it out at Halloween. She sent me this purple and a black color. So in here, I just put some extra of the paper in this little envelope, tuck that in there for now. All right, so this closes. And then we've got this page with a little side pocket. Page, side pocket here. And then on the back page, I used, I made a circle punch to do a little swivel to close this part. Opens up and there's a pocket here. Okay, so this is the first one. And then the second one, and hopefully I'm getting these numbers right. Again, I put page tabs on here. And this is from when I was doing my tape. Okay, so you open it up. We've got these 2 little envelope guys. Oh, I guess I put a pocket here. Now, this is one of those pages that opens up like this. And what I did was I put magnets along here. If you can see, it says Halloween. There are magnets underneath these guys that I made. And I made these like my vintage typewriter keys. So I did those. This opens up. This flips up. Okay, and then over here we have a window page. And then this opens up. And that's the end. So, and again, you guys, this is not even including pages of fun ephemera in all the pockets. So, I am going to do the pockets, and then we can kind of meet back up, and I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to make a book out of this. Okay, my friends, I am back with my decorated journal parts. So this is the main journal, and you can see I have it pretty stacked here. So the two folios are supposed to go inside, but you see what happens because I like to stuff it. So in the next video, I am going to make a cover, and then I'm going to bind these into a book. But for now, I want to show you my decorated parts. This was so much fun. I worked on this. It was like 12 hours yesterday decorating. No joke. Let's start on the main one. So I put, you can see the glitter I put there. Enter if you dare. Open this up. And we've got the two sides. So over here, I made a journal card. I got some things from Laura, who's the half-ass crafter. So I had to use a couple of things. This is that homemade paper that I grunged up. So these feel really nice. So I have a little card there. You can see I put the grommets with some different ribbons. So open it up here. This is, the background is another one from Laura that I used. This is JJDivas number 3. Spooky silhouettes, hole punch, because I did hole punches here to kind of look like stars with the yellow behind it. And torn, I tore some of this tape stuff that I grunged up. And this is more of the paper that I grunged up. So a nice big journal card. And then a little mini tag here. You're a scream. And then in the middle, I got a little tag. I did some more background papers with some stamping. Black cats gather here. And caution, ghost crossing. So this flips down, and I really like this image, so I didn't add anything here. And then we got witches, goblins, and ghosts. Oh my. A little tag in there. And then it flips open. Got a tag here. This is some of my bottled potions. Another tag that came with the kit that I backed with my grunge paper. And then another tag that I made, the Boo Crew. You can see all the Tim Holtz sprays that I used for those backgrounds and just made some marks. Oh, and I did some stamping there and made a little pocket punched into the two pieces that were put together here. So close that back up, and then moving on to the other side, just put a little tag here, and then we open it up. I put one of my witches. You guys, these are in my shop, and they're marked down 20% off if you're interested. Last year I used them, and I made some marks with my markers. I did like some crazy markings in their hair and just some dots and stuff. They're fun. And then we open it up here. We've got two little tags with these mini pockets. Beware of monsters. Put one of my moon die cuts. And then this is, I'm trying to use some of the stuff from last year that I did not use. So this is one of the paper dolls. I put a bunch of gold foil on there and then just some Stabilo. Goals just want to have fun. And those girls are from Art House Whimsy. Okay, and then on this side, I decided to make this kind of like an envelope. So this is a pull out. Oops. So I did one of my closures here. Blood donors needed. See the count. And then we open it up. I have 2 mini tags on this side. And then it's kind of like an envelope. Got a journal card in here. And then this guy also flips out, and I put a little ticket in here. And one of my bugs, I did alcohol ink backgrounds, and then I used the alcohol ink lift. And those are the die cuts, Tim Holtz. Okay, and then open up here, just put some goodies in this side. And then this guy, I put a bunch of stuff hanging off, and we flip this up. Stop being so witchy. This is just another piece of that paper that I did. And things that go bump in the night. One of my die cuts here with some goodies tucked in. Okay, so this is the main journal. And then let's move on to this one. I feel like this one could almost be its own, I don't know, both of these could be its own little separate thing. But let's take a look at this one. So I put some page tabs on the main parts so you know where to open. Put one of the bats there and some of my tape. And then these are the markings from painting my tape. This might be one of my favorite pages that I did. So starting over here, I used some cheesecloth underneath the Fright Night. And if you can see that metallic, I used some lunar paste. I love that stuff. 2 little tags in here. And I love purple for Halloween. You know, it just added in with these colors. And then these flip over, my little ghost, a little doll that I made. And then just tucked a tag in here. Keep calm, I'm under your bed. Another one of my bat girls. And then here, it says Halloween, and these are the things I made with the junk rings, and I glued them on top of magnets. So this is a magnetic closure, which I'm loving that, the way that it turned out. Got some 2 little pockets here. And then a pocket on this side. The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. Then this guy flips up. Oh, look at that, you guys. I didn't put anything in there. And it's good because I have tags. Put this down here, and I can put this guy up here. Give this one some ribbon, and there we go. Okay. So then this flips down, and we can go ahead and close that. And then we flip over to here. Got another one of my tags. A wee witch. These are also from Art House Whimsy. And I love these backgrounds. A little pumpkin charm. And then here you can see this is where I did more of that painting the tape. And then over here, one of my altered paper clips that I did. It says Boo. The little charm. And then this opens up. Got Beware the Boogeyman with one of my monsters. This is also one of my kits. Spooky, scary. And then on the other side, I turn it this way. The witch is in one of my bat girls. So we can fold this back up with my paper clip. And then on the back, I've got another one of my bugs. Some little goodies in here, aren't they cute? And then this envelope, and I put some of that purple paper in. Got those tucked in there. And then the last one here, put a little nameplate on here. It says spooky. And then another one of my closures that I love. This has a pocket here. There's another little piece of just leftover paper. So I have these guys tucked down into that pocket. And then this part opens up, and I use that purple paper. I wanted to have some little bit of writing space. The journal card here, and you can see my cobwebs. Again, this is the lunar paste that I got from YANETTE. So again, my page tabs. And then this page, I just did a whole bunch of, this is gesso that I smeared and a stencil with some lunar paste in a nice thick journal card. And then this side, I've got two pockets. Put another one of my bugs. So we got that. And then flip over to here. I left this, wanted to leave a little bit of room. Another pocket, one of my potion bottles, and I went around the edge with, again, lunar paste. And then we get to the back. I used some more of my letters, say spooky. And if you can see this part here, it slides. And then this flips up. Got a little pocket here. And then down here, another pocket. Keep calm and carry garland. And this closes up like that. And then we do have this part, can flip open. So this one is number 10 for Spooky Divas. I've got black cat, texture paste, and ribbon. And then we're back at the beginning. So this is kind of like a, what are they called? The accordion style. All right, guys, so you see, like this was a lot of work. And again, all this stuff, I want to say $5. Like this is just, it's an amazing price. So I'll have all of the links for the goodies that I used here. And stay tuned for the next video. It'll be part 2. I'm gonna make a cool cover. I got some really cool fabrics from some of my diva friends. So thanks for joining me, and stay tuned for part 2.